Food stamps and SNAP are the same thing. You mean to tell me that y'all did not know that food stamps and SNAP were the same thing? It's giving Obamacare and Affordable Care Act all over again. Food stamps and SNAP are the same thing. Y'all are lost, America.
Wait, what percentage of Trump voters do you think don't know that food stamps and SNAP benefits are the same thing? Is this an ACA Obamacare type situation? Oh my God, November is coming. Like, how many of them understand that Thanksgiving is going to look a little different this year because they're not getting those food stamps, EBT, SNAP, whatever it is. And some of these fuckers are celebrating. They're celebrating for themselves to go hungry. Oh my God. This is natural selection. We're watching it in real time. Because at least the ones on the left who rely on these benefits didn't vote to lose them. I just looked it up. Pennsylvania stopped giving these benefits on the 16th of October. I just saw a video of a woman saying that she hasn't fed her kids in days, and this would explain it. They're going to starve their own citizens to avoid opening up the government and voting to release the Epstein files. And those starving hillbillies are gonna clap for it.
You'd think by now, after everything the US is going through or has been through, people will take a few seconds to actually learn what exactly they are talking about. But no, here we go again with the same cycle of confusion. Hey beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. So credit goes to the creators in these videos. And guys, in today's video, y'all remember when people were arguing about the Obamacare versus the Affordable Care Act? That was one of the wildest moments in modern political ignorance, because folks were out there saying, and I quote, "I don't want Obamacare messing up my health care, but I'll keep my affordable care." Thank you very much. Like what? They were literally the same law, the same program, the same benefits, just two different names. But people didn't care to understand. They just heard a label and suddenly they formed opinions out of thin air. Now, in 2025, we are seeing that same energy all over again. SNAP and food stamps. The rebranding happened years ago, but some folks still do not get it. And many of them are saying things like, "I don't use SNAP, I use food stamps," as if that's a major difference. Now, it's the same thing. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, that is what it stands for in case you don't know, is just the modern version of food stamps. Now, the name changed, the system improved, but the purpose stayed the same: to help people eat. Guys, let's see what these creators have to say, and I'll see you soon.
How did they not realize that food stamps, SNAP, and EBT are the same thing? They are getting on this platform and enraged right now that they're finding out that SNAP, EBT, and food stamps are essentially the same thing, and that it's cut.
Listen, I am convinced that the same people that are clapping up and happy that people won't receive their food stamp benefits on the 1st are the same people that were clapping up and happy that they were able to get rid of Obamacare. Because they didn't know that Obamacare and the Affordable Health Care Act were one and the same. So I'm convinced that they don't know food stamps and SNAP benefits are one and the same. So, on November the 1st, all those that are hooraying and clapping and happy that welfare queens not gonna get their benefits, you gonna see a bunch of wigging out online, because that balance not gonna hit their account on the 1st, and they're gonna be out here wigging and crying and don't know what to do, because guess why? You was rooting for somebody else's demise.
Guys, let's just rewind for a second, because they were EBT cards before everything went digital. People used to carry around physical food stamps, paper coupons that came in booklets. Now you just tear one out and use it at the store. That's how families survived during tough times. And for decades, it worked. Then technology evolved. The government replaced those paper stamps with the electronic, benefit transfer card known as the EBT. Now people will just go to the grocery store and swipe their card just like everyone else. Now that had more privacy and it's more efficient, and it was progress. So along with that change came a new name, Snap. So it was not a new idea, it wasn't a brand new system. It was just the same mission, helping families afford food, but under a modern structure. And still, people did not catch it. They had a different name and suddenly they thought it was something else. Guys, it's just the same thing that happened with Obamacare. Once again, the government tried to modernize and communicate better, and somehow some people are seeing it as confusion, guys. And here's the thing, this misunderstanding does not happen by accident, because a lot of people simply do not pay attention. They do not read, they do not find out the matter by themselves. Once they just hear a snippet on television or a headline online, it becomes their whole opinion, and they just up online arguing in comment sections, going online and yarning dust. Guys, this is ignorance, loud ignorance.
Seeing white people in real time come on this platform with the realization that SNAP benefits is the same thing as food stamps and EBT, it's quite comedic. I can't lie, it's a little funny. And not funny, haha, funny weird, because they did the same shit with Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act. They didn't realize that they were one and the same, just two different names. SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, EBT, food stamps, they're all the same, just different. One is just like the government official name. I don't know. That's the thing about racism and being racist. It's a sickness. It's a disease that's generational, if we're being quite frank. And y'all don't want to heal from it. Y'all don't want to get better because you feel like you can stand on some imaginary pedestal instead of allowing everyone to get benefits that make all of our lives better. You will cut off your nose to spite your face. You will shoot yourself in the foot in the name of making things difficult for a demographic that you just don't like, for something that they can't change, their skin. But then you don't realize you're hurting yourself too. And a lot of these politicians, the only color they care about is green. Money is their god. Money is who they serve. I don't know what more you need to understand. That it's not like a left and right thing. Yes, most of the time, unfortunately, because we do live in America, it is a black and white thing. But it's also like an up and down thing. A lot of y'all, especially white people, need to realize that you are the third estate. You are the proletariat. You're not the bourgeoisie. That's not how that works. But again, your racism that y'all don't want to get rid of, that y'all don't want to let go of because it makes you feel better about yourself, has now caused all of this to come full circle. I don't know, like, why are y'all mad? Y'all voted for this. And then saying y'all didn't vote for this is kind of crazy. Y'all gotta stop saying I didn't know. That's not a valid excuse. We have Google. There are so many different platforms for you to obtain information from. I don't know is not good enough. You voted for it. You wanted that man in there. And he don't care about y'all. He don't care about none of us. We're not in his circle. Why do y'all really, like, you see how much of a nasty sickness racism is? It's caused all of this BS. And y'all can't cure yourselves until y'all face reality and admit that you're sick. You have to, first part of recovery is admitting that you actually do have a problem, that you have a sickness. So let's start from there. But y'all don't even want to admit that. So I guess.
The same people celebrating the cuts to food stamps are the same people who were celebrating like getting rid of Obamacare because they didn't understand that Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act were the same thing. And I'm now convinced that a lot of people don't know that in the modern sense of the word, when we say food stamps, we're referring to the SNAP program. And I'm just over here like, okay, we're here now. What next?
Not you guys not knowing that SNAP and food stamps are the same thing. That's why you voted for him. You don't have two brain cells to rub together.
And unfortunately, this ignorance will just keep going on and on, because it's not just about food stamp or healthcare. It's about a pattern of people refusing to understand basic facts, and they will act like experts right there. And the same thing, it's really embarrassing, because when you strip away the names, the labels, the politics, the truth is still the same thing. SNAP is food stamps. Obamacare is the Affordable Care Act. So this rebranding did not create new programs, right? It just updated them. And it's funny and sad at the same time. People that benefited from Obamacare were out there yelling that they did not want it, right? And now some of the same people that depend on SNAP are saying that they don't get food stamps. As if the two don't even touch, guys. Ignorance like that spreads like wildfire, especially in the age of social media where opinions are really loud, guys. At some point, we just have to call it what it is, because people love to argue more than they love to learn, right? And it's easier to assume than to research, but the facts still remains the same. So either you're calling it SNAP or food stamps, or you're telling yourself the truth or lying to yourself. The point is just to get people to eat. That's just it. The goal has not changed. Either you call it the Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act, the goal has not changed. Help people to access healthcare. Guys, let me know what you think about this particular topic, because the ignorance of some people and the fact that they are not even willing to accept the truth is just mind-boggling. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear from you. And if you have found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Please stay safe. Mental health is important. Ciao.